Hi, first graders. Mrs. L here. I am so happy to be learning with you today. I thought that we could get started with science by listening to a story. And this story is going to be having us think about some of the big questions that I know you've been exploring with your teachers in class. Things like, how does the sun work? And what are shadows? And I thought that we'd do some listening and some thinking and some questioning, and we'd even maybe use our science journals. So right now, if you don't have your science journal with you, go ahead and grab it. It might look something like this. And if you need to pause the video, go ahead and do that now. Make sure you have your science journal and a pencil to do this activity. All right, let's get started. Open up your science journal to the next free page. Mine looks like this. And write the date. If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video now. All right, let's get started listening to our story. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so we can listen to this great one.
Hi, it's Doug. Today, you're going to read a story about someone named Jada. One summer day, she goes to the beach and notices that sometimes she can see her shadow, but other times she can't find it. You're going to read about what happens when Jada starts playing with her shadow. But you aren't just going to read. Sometimes you'll get up and do something, look for clues, or stop to talk about your ideas. Let's turn the page and get started.
All right.
Hi, I'm Jada. This is my mom and my brother, Billy. One summer morning, we all went to the beach. At the beach, Mom put up her umbrella. The umbrella blocked the sunshine. It made a shadow.
I'm going to stop the story there because good readers always stop and think about the pictures and the words. I noticed that Jada's at the beach with her brother, and I noticed that they're playing by the shore. Do you notice anything else? Stop and pause the video if you want to go ahead and draw some things in your notebook, or else we'll continue.
I blocked the sunshine, so I made a shadow too. My shadow was taller than I was. When I moved, my shadow moved. It followed me everywhere. The sun went behind a cloud. My shadow disappeared. The sun came out, and my shadow came back. Let's stop and talk. Why did Jada's shadow disappear? Why did it come back? Click the arrow on the right to continue.
Since we can't stop and talk, we can stop and write. Use this time to think and draw about why Jada's shadow is disappearing and coming back. I'll use my science journal to do the same thing. And when you're ready, press play on the video.
I only had a shadow when there was sunshine. When there was no light, I had no shadow. I wondered, what else does my shadow do when I'm not paying attention? I decided to find out. Hey, Billy, I have an idea. Draw a line around my shadow. Why? Billy asked. If my shadow changes, I will see the change, I told him. I will if you help me build a sandcastle, Billy said. Billy drew a line around my shadow. I helped Billy build a sandcastle. At lunchtime, we all sat in the shade under the umbrella. We had a picnic. After lunch, I looked at my shadow. "Look at this, Billy," I said. Let's stop and talk. How has Jada's shadow changed? How has the position of the sun changed?
All right,
Click the
first
arrow
graders.
on the right to continue.
So we can't stop and talk again, but we can stop, think, and write in our science journals. So last time I drew a picture of the shadow with the sun out being there, and then with the cloud, no shadow. This time we're thinking about how Jada's shadow changed throughout the day. Take a look really closely at the picture and try to see if anything has changed. I'm going to go ahead and do that in my science journal now. Use this time to do the same. Pause the video and take some time. All right, let's get started again.
In the morning, the sun was low in the sky. My shadow was tall. At lunchtime, the sun was high above me. My shadow was short. Let's get up and move. Pretend to be a shadow. It's morning. Stretch up tall. It's lunchtime. Shrink down small.
All right, let's do it, boys and girls. Get up out of your seat. I'm going to move mine away just a little bit. So I'm going to fix my screen a little bit. We're going to pretend to be a shadow. It's the morning, stretch up tall. It's lunchtime, shrink down small. It's the morning, stretch out tall. It's lunchtime, shrink down small. Nice job. Let's keep going.
Click the arrow on the right. I wondered, what will my shadow look like in the afternoon? Your shadow was tall in the morning, and it got shorter, Billy said. I think it will keep getting shorter. I think it will get tall again, I said. The sun will be low in the sky, just like it was this morning. Let's stop and talk. What do you think Jada's shadow will look like in the afternoon? Why do you think that?
Now it's a good time for us to use our journals again. All right, what do you think Jada's shadow will look like in the afternoon, and why do you think that? Go ahead, pause the video, and do some thinking and drawing about those ideas. I'll do the same. All right, let's get started.
Billy and I played on the beach all afternoon. Then it was time to go home. I looked at my shadow one more time. The sun was low. My shadow was tall again. And something else had changed. Let's stop and talk. How is Jada's morning shadow different from her afternoon shadow? How is the morning sun different from the afternoon sun? Click the arrow on the right to continue.
All right, boys and girls, you know the routine. Now we're going to pause the video again and do some writing and drawing in our science journal about this question. How is Jada's morning shadow different from her afternoon shadow? How is the morning sun different from the afternoon sun? Really look closely at those pictures, and I'll do the same. Remember to pause the video right now. All right. I hope that you did some really good thinking and drawing in your journals about this question. Let's continue.
In the morning, the sun was over the fence. My shadow pointed at the water. In the afternoon, the sun was over the water. My shadow pointed at the fence. Now the sun was going down. Mom folded her umbrella. Billy put his shovel in his bucket. It was time to go home. We walked toward the parking lot. My shadow pointed the way to go. The end.
Nice job listening to that story, boys and girls. You'll notice that the last slide that I'm going to show you is an activity. And this is something that you can actually do at home. You can do the same thing that Jada and her brother did with their sandcastle. You can actually trace a shadow. So instead of doing this at school, like the directions say, you could just go and grab your favorite stuffed animal from your house, grab some chalk, and bring it outside. You could trace on the ground the shadow of your favorite stuffed animal and watch how it changes over time, just like Jada and her brother did. I encourage you to do that today or at some other time this week so that you can continue to think about how shadows can change over time and what's causing that change. Boys and girls, nice job. I can't wait to talk to you more about all the things that you wrote in your science journals today about this read aloud. I can't wait to see and talk to you more about science soon. Take care. Bye.